that sounds, I'm about to do it for you. I like to break it down. This joint has got me open. Ooh, that's my favorite song. I put my thing in motion. I do it all night long.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. And coming right up, we'll see Montreal playing against the Pacers. For Indiana, the lift they'll get by starting this season at home is sure to be a big one. No team needs help getting up for the first game of the season. But there's something about opening on your home court that gives you that little extra oomph of energy. After a brisk off-season, it's finally upon us, fellas.
What's that?
Opening night.
Oh, tonight's opening night?
Hey,
oh, those are preseason games.
Shaq, your thoughts on how important it is for a team to get off to a fast start?
Well, early wins gives you confidence.
Oh, do they ever?
Makes you more intimidating to play against.
Oh, does it ever?
I'm so excited. I miss you guys this summer.
Oh, I know. What have you been doing?
I'm happy to be here. I went to China about 59 times.
Yeah.
I went to Cancun 72 times.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the North Pole twice.
Oh, wow.
Wow, how's
so
that?
So a pretty uneventful summer for you.
It was bad. I was looking for Santa. I couldn't find it.
Okay, well, you're not supposed to. The fans, the local media, everyone is excited. And I just am excited to be here, start of the season. And you don't want to start slow. You don't want to have any rough patches early on.
What'd you do this summer?
I went fishing.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Catch anything?
Yes, I did. I went to Dubai and went deep sea fishing.
Wow, awesome. So you were traveling all over the place? You go deep sea fishing?
What'd you do?
I cut the grass. Awesome. Oh, that wraps it up. Let's go courtside.
A buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from Greece. But he's been a quick study at the NBA level. One reason? He actually takes notes. He said, we all make mistakes and your mind can't remember them all. I write what I did wrong and what worked. I'm going to keep it going. Someday, I'll have a collection. That dedication, Kevin, the sky is the limit for the Greek freak.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and, you know, there are guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Here are the starters for Montreal. We've got Paul. Young is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Satoransky in a shooting guard. Montreal on D. It's Brogdon on the wing. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. And Turner kicks to Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. And that one drops for him. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's Paul. Young, a screen on Brogdon. Paul kicks to Young. Shot clock at 5. Capella sends a screen for Young. And that one hits back iron. And the Pacers with possession here. Down low. Here's Turner. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Turner's got his first points of the game. Pacers on defense. And the Canadian Jamal Murray, a player you forgot was taken 7th overall in 2016. But Brent, he has all the tools you want from an off guard, and this team believes he has a bright future in the league.
Every coach around the league sees the potential in Jamal Murray. You just hope for him, Kevin, he doesn't get too far ahead of things. You got to put the work in. You got to stay patient. But I believe there's tremendous upside, and at some point, we'll talk about this guy as being one of the upper echelon shooting guards in the league.
At 3 off the mark. For Montreal, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Satoransky, the pass to Paul. And it's good, 2 points.
Well, second nature for Chris Paul to get shots up off the bounce. Love the form there.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 points. That one goes. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Screen by Young. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. Off the pitch.
Oh, man.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Now here's Barnes. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Capella with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. The kick out to Barnes. Sinks the triple. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Murray with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Second chance shot. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
We've got to keep Giannis away from the glass as much as possible. He's superb at reading the shot from the weak side, finding an angle, and then stretching out to grab a board.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
One shot.
You hear the coaches talk about Giannis and his drive to be great. And he continues to add something different to his game every year.
Here's Satoransky. Screen by Capella. And Satoransky kicks to Paul. And another 3 for Montreal.
Chris Paul has shot better than 36% from the three-point line. Got to get out on him if you're the defense.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Montreal ahead, up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
Either team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what you've seen from Montreal, guys, what do you think?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for Montreal, Harrison Barnes is out there with Young. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Satoransky in at the 2. It's Antetokounmpo. And even 3-on-3 break. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, an aggressive Antetokounmpo is a good thing for this team. Taking it in with force to the rack and getting the foul.
Pacers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. You know, watching Giannis and how he's able to score out there, he isn't really a consistent shooter from deep.
Well, I think what's fascinating, Kevin, is that he's dominating the game from basically around 16 feet into the rim. And with that kind of length, that's basically one step around the defender, and all of a sudden he's a threat to score or do some damage with the pass.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Satoransky, the pass to Capella. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Now Brogdon. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Antetokounmpo kicks to Cauley Stein. Here's Brogdon. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Paul. He has 5. Here's Capella. And he overshot that one, missing. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off and one stride gets by everybody.
On the wing, Barnes. Back to Paul. Shoots the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Paul's got 8 points. Hey, Brent, we know there's a lot of jaw and a lot of communication out there on the floor. And when you were playing, who was the best trash talker you ever went up against?
Well, I played with the notorious one in Seattle by the name of Gary Payton. A lot of people put him pretty high up on their list. I also remember one Bonzi Wells at his time when he was with the Portland Trailblazers and Sacramento Kings, being a bit lippy. And then occasionally there would be a John Barry talking to me, but
really,
I never listened to him growing up, Kevin, so why would I listen to him on the court?
Good way to approach it. Here's Turner. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Here's Antetokounmpo. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points in the quarter. 59 seconds left in the first half. Here's Sodorovsky. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The pass to Paul. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Cauley-Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. And again, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 13.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Barnes outside. A three-pointer is right on target. And Montreal leads by 1.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The Pacers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
Barnes against Antetokounmpo. Five on the clock. Up and in on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You got to try to body Giannis up and knock him off balance because he's very consistent on the interior.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Indiana. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K
And welcome
Sports
to
Halftime
halftime.
Show.
Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey,
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited, man.
A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. He's been in the midst of some incredible games lately, and tonight, he's got it going again. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Turner is out there with Cauley-Stein. Then there's Murray. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Brogdon in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And the dunk by Capella.
Not sure how people underestimate continually how great Chris Paul has been. Sixth sense kind of stuff there, knowing where his teammate was.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Brogdon after Clint Capella's bucket. To the wing right side. Cauley-Stein dishes to Turner. For three, Murray. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Murray's got the lead up to 3 now for Indiana. Montreal has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Young kicks to Capella. The kick out to Barnes. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's Capella. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brett?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
And he can't hit the second.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Here's Paul. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Paul. Screen by Young. Paul against Brogdon. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. 1:51 left in the third quarter. Paul for 3. Rebound by Murray.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right. Doesn't get the finish.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
That always energizes your teammates. They feel your imagination, get motivated, and helps you extend your lead as well.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Satoransky kicks to Young. Barnes outside. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Here's Cauley-Stein, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Barnes outside, screened by Young. Barnes against Cauley-Stein. Barnes kicks to Satoransky. His first shot coming late. Montreal again missing. Indiana leading by 7. And taken away by Paul. Here's Satoransky. He's covered by Murray. And Satoransky kicks to Young. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But it's about defense down here. No second time. Rebound, we go. All right? But make sure, make a miss, get back. Here we go.
On to make more plays, be fast end-to-end. Dwayne Casey injecting energy into his team.
Yeah, and when they're in attack mode, sometimes it can lead to turnovers, but it could also lead to a nice run here.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. On the court right now for Montreal, they've got Harrison Barnes. Clint Capella is out there with Young. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Satoransky in at the 2 guard.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with the length of Antetokounmpo. I mean, his name is long enough, and then you look at the body.
And he knocks down the first one.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
He's perfect from the line this time. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Here's Antetokounmpo, kicks to Cauley Stein. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
At the line for your Pacers, Willie Cauley-Stein. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Cauley Stein. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. He used that pick just right.
And Chris Paul, one of the best mid-range players we have in the game. You got to get up on him whenever he's shooting from that area.
Cauley Stein with the screen for Murray. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Paul. Turner with the screen. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. Inside, here's Cauley Stein. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Montreal trails by 6. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Screen by Capella. There's the pick. Here's Satoransky. Screen by Capella. Shoots off the screen. Goes back up. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. On to Antetokounmpo's got his third rebound on the night. Pass to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. Paulie stop.
Incredible that Antetokounmpo has grown the way he has as a leader for the ball club. He wants to make his teammates better, and you can see that with the way he passes the ball.
Montreal calls timeout. They're down by 10. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Pacers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
The kick out to Barnes. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Barnes can't get it to go. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. Outside, Antetokounmpo. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.